Why is my hair so dry? I'm going to talk about 3 ingredients that may be causing your hair to be dry. We're going to talk about glycerin, aloe vera, and coconut oil. I'm going to say, yes, you're going to have to be an ingredient reader. You're first going to have to learn if these ingredients do alter whether your hair is going to be dry, frizzy. It depends on the climate, where you're located, the humidity. So the first one we're going to talk about, when it talks about your atmosphere, is going to be glycerin. Glycerin is a love and hate relationship. It's a water soluble and it's plant-based. You do have animal-based glycerin, but most glycerin that you see in hair products is plant-based. It's a humectant. So the purpose of a humectant is to grab moisture from the environment and bring it into your hair. And that's a good thing. It can take that moisture from the atmosphere and bring it into your hair. The second part to what a humectant does is it prevents that moisture from evaporating out of your hair, allowing your hair to stay moisturized for a long time. Well, that all sounds great, but why is that bad for my hair? This is where the temperature sets in. If you are in a Fahrenheit of 60 and above, you are in a humid climate. Environment is humid. And so then the humectant's job is to grab all that moisture from the humidity and bring it into your hair. It's going to saturate your hair. So you're like, okay, well, I'm going to get a lot of oil, but because it's bringing all that moisture in, it's disrupting your hair, and your hair is going to lose its style. It's going to become frizzy, and you step out that door, bye-bye, best twist out ever. Then you have, if you live in a drier conditioned area, the glycerin can do the opposite effect of that. Your hair is moisturized where the environment has no moisture whatsoever. It's a humectant. It doesn't know that, hey, I'm only working for the hair. I sense that the environment has no moisture and I've got all this moisture in your hair. I'm now going to pull moisture from your hair cuticle and put it out into the environment. Well, once it's done that, then it's going to see, well, you've got all this moisture from your product. I'm now going to pull that moisture from your products and put it out into the environment. It's done its job, but you're the one that pays the price because your hair is dry, it is coarse, it is frizzy, and it can be damaged and break. Now, some people do benefit from this or not. If you straighten your hair, you don't want moisture in your hair, you can use glycerin to remove that moisture from your hair and allow your hair to stay straight longer. So some people do benefit from this, but if you're trying to have moisture during the winter and you use a glycerin, this is a risk you have to take. For the environment, to use products that do have glycerin in it, if you have it between basically 50 Fahrenheit, that is a great atmosphere to use glycerin. So it just depends on your hair, and you can say, well, Mama, how will I know if I can use glycerin if it's in the lower part of the ingredients in the top? You have to test it. You have to just test and see, okay? Coconut oil. Coconut oil is a polar oil. A lot of people call it a carrier oil, but it's really not a carrier oil. One, it's very versatile. It's low molecular and it seals the hair. The benefit of coconut oil is because the molecule is so small, it can penetrate within your hair cuticle. Now, all that sounds great, right? But here's the downside with coconut oil, is the fact that it is a protein-based oil, meaning when it penetrates within your hair cuticle, it then binds itself to your keratin, and that protein in the coconut oil, those amino acids and the protein of your keratin will then bind together and make your hair stronger, which is why most low porosities don't like coconut oil, is because you can get product buildup. Another thing that coconut oil does is that it also has the ability to reduce your hair porosity. How? Again, it binds to that keratin. The amino acid in that coconut oil will then make your keratin stronger in your hair, lower your hair cuticle, making it stronger. If you have low porosity hair, you don't need your cuticle lowered anymore. That may make your hair dry and brittle. You don't need to use coconut oil if it doesn't work for your hair. You can lessen the effects of coconut oil by actually mixing it with like an olive oil, jojoba oil, or other oil, so it's not that strong and penetrating, but that's just one of the options. Oh, and one of the greatest benefits of coconut oil is prevents the penetration of moisture loss from the air and the environment. Basically, when we were talking about that glycerin, usually if I do use a product that does have glycerin, this is why I put coconut oil on my hair afterwards, because if it's in a humid, I'm in a humid state, I'm in a humid state, I'm going to apply coconut oil, because that coconut oil, that glycerin, is wanting to grab the moisture that's within the atmosphere and bring it and cause me to lose all my best twist out ever. I put that coconut oil on, and it's stopping that glycerin from doing its job, because it seals on top, and that glycerin cannot tell that there is moisture outside that it needs to grab. Last but not least, we're going to talk about aloe vera. It's a plant gel that's composed of primarily water. 99% of aloe vera is water. The benefit of aloe vera versus water is the fact that that water is a lot more viscous, meaning that it is thicker than water. The benefit to that is that when it goes into your hair shaft, it stays longer in your hair versus when you put water. Water will evaporate a lot quicker than aloe vera, because aloe vera is a viscous material. The other benefits of aloe vera is that it'll condition and strengthen your hair. Now, you're saying, again, Mama, those all sound like great benefits. Here's the downside, is that aloe vera, even though it is 99% water, it does have amino acids in it. Amino acids, protein. The protein is called lectin. Lectin constructs itself with protein, with the protein in our hair, our keratin, and binds to it, the same as the coconut oil. It will bind to that protein and make your hair stronger. Protein binds to the keratin in our hair, causing buildup of protein. And if you already are low porosity, you're good, your keratin and your protein is good, you do not need that aloe vera, because all it's going to do is just cause more protein buildup, and you'll have protein overload. It is a low pH balance, 4.5 to 5.0. That means that when it reacts to our hair, it lowers the cuticle down. Those who already have a low porosity don't need anything closing and lowering your cuticle and causing your hair to be shut more, where you're not getting any moisture in. Alright guys, so that is this week's what may be causing my hair to be dry. As always, comment below if you've used aloe vera, coconut oil, or glycerin, and whether it was a good effect or bad effect to you. Something for this, please comment below and share with the newbie naturals or the old naturals that may be going through something. Share too, because it's a community and we all learn from each other. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Share this to share the information. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and click here to watch my last video. Bye guys!